Yes, guys, and welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102, the World King, Part 16. We had the conclusion of Season 19 last night, and what a conclusion it was. Let's just fire the game up as a solo game, and we'll get straight into it. We had a good couple of hours last night, unexpected couple of hours. We had an hour or so earlier in the day, an hour or two, so we actually really fired out some great time yesterday. And as I said, we've come to the end of season 19, and it was quite it was quite epic. Let me cast your mind back a moment. The score was 10-8 in terms of different domestic titles won between me and Matt in favour of me. My most recent one was DC United, where we concluded that. Of course, the good thing about places like America, Brazil, Argentina, you can complete that leg in half a season because they have two different titles. And we did agree how. Let's start with Matt first then. Matt, he was at AC Milan, and I always fancied him to do well at AC Milan, and he did so. He absolutely smashed it. He did lose the cup final to Juventus. He was absolutely thrashed, which he'll be really pissed off about, because I fancy him to beat Roma in the final. But the most remarkable game ever is definitely the Champions League final. He claimed the Champions League final 4-3 against Arsenal. Now, the bizarre thing about this is Arsenal had 3 disallowed goals, and Milan won it in the 90th minute. It was I watched it. I actually was watching it as opposed to the video printer. Absolute crazy game. So his Italian leg is done at the second time of asking. Of course, just cast your mind back, he was Bologna. The question is now, where will Matt go? Because he will want to move, and I think there is some speculation where he's going to go. It's not available. It's not available before you think. But Barcelona's manager, Xavi, is 63. Now, it remains to be seen, really. I don't think anything there is going to appeal to him. If Barcelona come, he'll want Barca. He'll apply and he'll get it. He'll be offered it and he'll take it. He's desperate for that Spanish leg of the tour. So that's his 9th leg of the tour. For me, we left DC United to take on Western United in Australia. And it went like this. No, don't get yourself carried away. Let me just cast your mind back, because the opening stage, we scraped into the top 6. I've never been in Australia before, so I didn't know 100% how it worked. But on the last game of the opening stage, we won. We had a big game, I think, against Sydney, I think it was, and we scraped into the top 6. And if you scrape into the top 6, you then have a closing stage, which is 5 games. The top 6 all play each other, a bit like Scotland, but it is a separate stage. And then the top 2 will go into the final. Now, the last game of this closing stage was the 25th of April. And the final was just now, the 4th of July. Bizarre. And the final went like that. I was furious. I was absolutely fucking furious. And, you know, the bottom line is, the Australian leg is not complete now. So the season's now going to close for 3 months, or just under 3 months. And then we go again. Was really gutted. I really was. What do I do now? I mean, I feel that I've got to stay in Australia. I really do, because I'm going to get 7 more signings. Well, I will have 7 more signings once the transfer thing flips round, which it should flip round. I'm not sure when that changes, actually. I thought it would have changed by now, but we'll see. Not sure when. I think that's going to open. Yeah, either way. So, you know, that's where we're at. Absolutely crazy. Let me show you a guy that Matt's got. He said that he had a £168 million offer. Matteo Martinez. And you can understand why. I mean, look at his season. What a fucking season. 83 goals in all competitions. It's funny, really, because only 59 of them came in the league, 21 in Continental. Another observation is Matt's Swiss goalkeeper, which I would imagine can only be a regen of one person. That's got to be Jan Sommer, isn't it? So, it looks amazing. That being said, he didn't have the greatest season in the world. Conceded 62 and 725. But nevertheless, what a fucking player. And it's going to be very difficult for Matt to leave because he's built a very, very good team. And he's already had 4 players come in on Bosman's, and his money situation is much more stable now. Remember, he came with about 15 odd million in debt. He's got plenty of money to work with now. He really has. He's done a really good job. He always did have a good, strong squad. Let me remind you that when I did my Italian leg, mine was with Milan. But there's no doubt a destination now has got to be Spain. If Barcelona come up, and he's going to want to wait for that, I feel. How long will he wait? When will Xavi retire? We don't know. Who knows? So, that is the World King, the next level. Till next time from me, guys. Take it easy.